Welcome to FSR Academy. A very good morning to all of you. Today I am here for giving the 30 most appropriate answer keys from the Child Development and Pedagogy of last West Bengal Tet exam 2022. So for you, the first question is, which of the following is not an essential principle of teaching at primary level? A. Principle of providing attention for individual difference. B. Principle of proceeding from simple to complex. C. Principle of proceeding from general to specific. D. Principle of providing enough information to the learner. I am giving you one by one with analysis. Okay. First option, principle of providing attention for individual difference. It's most essential. So এটি তো হবে না, এখানে কোয়েশনে বলেছে নট এসেনশিয়াল। প্রিন্সিপল অফ প্রসিডিং ফ্রম সিম্পল টু কমপ্লেক্স, ইয়েস ইটস অলসো এসেনশিয়াল। নেক্সট, প্রিন্সিপল অফ প্রসিডিং ফ্রম জেনারেল টু স্পেসিফিক, অ্যান্ড ডি প্রিন্সিপল অফ প্রোভাইডিং এনাফ ইনফরমেশন টু দ্য লার্নার্স, ইয়েস ইটস অলসো এসেনশিয়াল। Only one option, option C, principle of proceeding from general to specific. Remember, proceeding from general to specific is a deductive approach. So deductive approach is not essential at primary level. Inductive approach is specific to general. So in this method, students are free to form hypotheses about what they are learning and how to learn it. So deductive method is not essential and deductive method is general to specific. So the correct option is option C. We can move for question number 2. Question number 2 is in front of you. There are some concepts in pedagogy: objectives, aims, goals. There are some factors: student, teacher, nation. Find out the best matching pair from the following pairs. So here যদি আমরা এখানে দেখি, objectives যেখানে আসবে সেখানে নেশন আসতে হবে। অবজেক্টিভ ইজ রিলেটেড টু নেশন, এইমস or গোল ইজ রিলেটেড টু স্টুডেন্ট। সো আমরা দেখব 3 অপশন এতে দেখব 3 গোল হচ্ছে স্টুডেন্ট, ইয়েস, অ্যান্ড 2 এইমস হচ্ছে নেশন, হবে না। নাম্বার বি, অপশন বিতে যদি আমরা যাই, 2 দ্যাট ইজ এইমস ইজ স্টুডেন্ট, and C that is objective is nation. Yes, it's correct. So option B is here. Option B is correct. We can move for the question number 3. So question number 3 is, according to Kohlberg's, a teacher can inculcate moral values in the classroom by option A, giving importance to religious teaching, B, asking students to read psychology books, and C, introducing clear and strict rules for behavior modification, and D, discussing moral issues. It's very easiest question. Discussing moral values or moral issues is the appropriate option. Okay, we can move for the next question. Question number 4 is, which of the following statement is not true about the concept of the term pedagogy? Pedagogy is the ways and means of transaction of curriculum. Yes, it is correct. Pedagogy is usually influenced by the dominant culture. Yes. Pedagogy is not related to the needs of the children, and pedagogy is being exercised across the curriculum. Yes, it's true. So only one option, option C, pedagogy is not related to the needs of the children. So before marking the correct option, I am giving you just idea about pedagogy. We all know that pedagogy is the science of teaching, and which refers to the method of how teachers teach. So it is related to teachers, how to teach the students. So pedagogy is not related to the needs of the children. In that case, option C is correct. We can move forward for the question number 5. Question number 5 is, the personality variable through which people generally feel about themselves is called self-esteem. Option C is correct. We can move forward for the next question. The next question is question number 6. Question number 6 is like that. According to Kohlberg, in which stage of moral development does an individual work to please his or her family members and neighbors? A, punishment obedience stage, B, personal reward stage, and C, good boy good girl stage, and C, law and order stage. We know that Kalbox has given three stages. One is pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional. If we go for the conventional morality, in that stage it has two sub-stages. One is good boy, good girl orientation, and another is law and order orientation, and it's good boy, good girl orientation. Okay, so option C is correct. Question number 7 is in front of you. Falling down on a floor, a child started to hit the floor out of anger. What type of thinking is reflected here according to the theory of Piaget? According to the theory of Piaget, this type of thinking is animistic thinking, so option D is correct. Question number 8. Which one of the following principle is not relevant to child development? It's option C, reversibility. We can go for the next question. Question number 9. The memory responsible for remembering how to do things is called A, procedural memory, B, semantic memory, C, episodic memory, and D, autobiographical memory. The correct option is option A, procedural memory. The procedural memory, which is also called implicit memory, because it is a long-term memory to do certain things, so option A is correct. Question number 10. According to Piaget's view, the child learns that water can be frozen and then thawed to become liquid again. Is an example of reversible thinking, so option C is correct. It's a reversibility, so it's a reversible thinking. Option C is correct. We can move forward for the next question. Question number 11. Teaching learning becomes more effective when option A, teacher asks question and student answer. Teacher writes on the blackboard and students make a copy. ये तो होबे ना. Teachers encourage students to ask questions and help them to answer. Teacher assign a lot of homework. এটা হবে না. আপনারা দেখবেন যদি এনকারেজ হেল্প যেটি অপশনে থাকবে সেগুলো মোস্ট ইফেক্টিভ হয়। সো teachers encourage students to ask questions and help them to answer the child-centric, and it's more effective. So option C is correct. Next question is question number 12. To address the needs of differently able learners in inclusive class, which of the following steps should teachers adopt? A, approach focusing on learner's deficit. B, approach focusing only on the specific learning disability. C, approach on utility to treat all the children in similar manner. And D, approach focusing on learner's strength. So we all know that in inclusive class से কি হয়, ইনক্লুসিভ ক্লাসে আমাদের নর্মাল স্টুডেন্ট প্লাস ইনক্লুসিভ ক্লাসে সব স্টুডেন্ট একই ক্লাসে থাকে। ওকে, সো দিস ইজ কল্ড ইনক্লুসিভ। সো আমরা এই ইনক্লুসিভ ক্লাসে আমরা কি করব, অ্যাপ্রোচেস অফ নিউট্রালিটি টু ট্রিট অল দ্য স্টুডেন্টস ইন সিমিলার ম্যানার। স্পেশালি এবলড স্টুডেন্ট যারা আছে তাদেরকে এবং নর্মাল স্টুডেন্ট যারা আছে সবাইকে আমরা ট্রিট করব, ইকুয়ালি ট্রিট করব। সো দ্য কারেক্ট অপশন ইজ অপশন সি, অ্যাপ্রোচ অফ নিউট্রালিটি টু ট্রিট অল দ্য চিলড্রেন ইন সিমিলার ম্যানার। ওকে, next question number 13. Which of the following is the correct sequence of steps for insightful learning? Insightful learning, we know that insightful learning is a process that leads to a sudden realization regarding a problem. So if we go through Graham Wallace has given the most popular 4 stages of insightful learning, and these are preparation, incubation, insight or illumination, and verification. So option A is correct. I can give you one by one. So why preparation? Preparation is for defining a problem and consciously attempting to solve it. This is preparation, the first step. Second is incubation. A solution hasn't been forthcoming, means unconscious process of solving is called incubation. Insight we all know that insight is certain realization, and verification is solution is refined and then confirmed. So this is the correct sequence according to Graham Wallace: preparation, incubation, insight and verification. So option A is correct. We can move forward for the next question. Question number 14. When old memories inhibit new learning, then this phenomenon is called A. Proactive inhibition, retroactive inhibition, C. Interactive inhibition, and C. Post-active inhibition. This is called proactive interference or proactive inhibition. So option A is correct. Pro means forward, and it occurs only when we can't learn new tasks because of an old task that had already been learned. So the correct option is option A, proactive inhibition. Question number 15 is: a teacher asks a student to mention different non-conventional uses of teacups. This teaching tends to develop among the students A. convergent thinking, B. creativity, C. language ability, and C. concrete thinking. So it's a brainstorming, out of the box thinking, that is divergent thinking, and we know divergent thinking is called creativity. So option B is correct option. Question number 16. The cephalocodal principle of child development refers to the development which proceeds from very easy question, head to toe, and another term is proximodistal. Proximodistal is center to outward, and here the question asking you cephalocodal principle, it is head to toe. So option A is correct. Question number 17. In which step of 5E model students conduct activities, predict and form hypotheses? It's exploration. So option D is correct. Question number 18. Which of the following is not relevant reason for assessing learners before presenting a lesson? Not essential. Okay. A. To assess the readiness of learners for a lesson, ये तो होबे ना. To make the learners aware before presenting a lesson, এটিও হবে না. It is essential. To facilitate teachers to practice core teaching skills, to form different learning groups among the learners while adopting collaborative teaching learning, এও হবে না. It's essential. To facilitate teachers to practice core teaching skills. This is the correct option. So option C is correct option. Question is question number 19. Child's inability to understand a situation from another person's point of view is called egocentric thinking. Option C is correct. Question number 20. A teacher tells the students, try to do the task, you will learn. Here the teacher tries to encourage for achievement, motivation. Option C is correct. Question number 21. The first step of memory is, we all know that the steps of memory are encoding, storage and recall. Encoding, storage and recall. So here encoding is not given. So encoding is information is recorded and registered for the first time, that is pay attention to information. Okay, and this is related to the term retention. So option A is correct. Number 22. In the classroom of a primary school, students usually come from different socio backgrounds in terms of culture, religion, economic status and caste system. What should be the best combination of teachers' tasks to make the classroom inclusive from this given option? Option A, to reflect on his or her own stereotypes and beliefs. 2, to include and emphasize diversity of children's experience. 3, to create institutional ethos towards equality. And 4, to instruct children to accommodate the existing standard curriculum. So আমরা যদি অপশন রোমান 4 যদি আমরা দেখি, টু ইনস্ট্রাক্ট চিলড্রেন টু অ্যাকোমোডেট দ্য এক্সিস্টিং স্ট্যান্ডার্ড কারিকুলাম, এই অপশনটি এই রোমান সংখ্যাটি 4 সংখ্যাটি যেটি থাকবে সেটি তো অপশন হবেই না। সো 4 কোনটিতে আছে? বিতে আছে, সিতে আছে বি এবং সি হবে না। এখন আমরা দেখব 1 2 3। 1 হচ্ছে টু রিফ্লেক্ট অন হিজ অর হার ওন স্টেরিওটাইপস অ্যান্ড বিলিভস, somehow partially it is correct. To include and emphasize diversity of children's experience, yes, it's more correct. And to create institutional ethos towards equality, yes. So option D is most appropriate option. So option D is the correct option. Okay, those who are very new in this channel, please feel free to subscribe and share to all of your colleagues, so that whenever I make some special videos you can get it. Okay, question number 23 is in front of you. A social science teacher may make linkage geographical concept while teaching history. This kind of pedagogical strategy would promote misconception ye to hobe na, would negatively impact learning ye to hobe na, would facilitate learning by promoting interdisciplinary approach, would neither impact ye to hobe na. Only one option is there, option C is correct. Next question, question number 24. While teacher explores learners' indirect and general experiences in concept formation in learning teaching process, then which of the followings will be the most acceptable? The most acceptable is exposure, then perception, then abstraction, then generalization. So option A is the correct option. Exposure, perception, abstraction, generalization. Question number 25. According to Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence, the capacity to detect and respond appropriately to the moods, motivation, and desires of others refers to linguistic intelligence, logical mathematical intelligence, interpersonal intelligence, or intrapersonal intelligence. It's interpersonal intelligence. Interpersonal intelligence. Why it is interpersonal intelligence? Because you know, interpersonal intelligence is inter is for other and intra is for self. Intra is for self. Here the question asking you desire of others, so it is interpersonal intelligence. If the question asks you it's a desire of self, then it will be intrapersonal intelligence. So the correct option is option C. Question number 26. A test is administered twice in a definite interval on a group of school students under identical environmental conditions. The mean scores of the students remain very close. It is therefore said the test has A. validity, B. reliability, C. objectivity, and D. moderate difficulty value. So the correct option is reliability. Option B is correct, because as many times if we take the test, the result will be approximately the same, almost same. Okay, validity is a test must assess what is intended to assess. That is a test what for is made for. And objectivity is we all know that MCQ type question has a strongest objectivity, so it's not, validity is not correct, moderate difficulty value is not correct, only the reliability is the correct or most appropriate option of that question. Question number 27. There are two tasks in education. Number 1, personality development and habit formation. There are two stages of education, primary and secondary. We will know that personality development is for secondary. So B1 যেখানে হবে সেটি হবে B1 কোনটিতে আছে, B1 একটিতে আছে, অপশন বিতে আছে এবং অপশন ডিতেও আছে B1, এবং প্রাইমারি সেটি হচ্ছে হ্যাবিট ফরমেশন। সো এ যেটি সেটি 2 হবে, এ যেটি সেটি 2, দ্যাট ইজ অপশন ডি ইজ কারেক্ট. অপশন ডি ইজ দ্য কারেক্ট অপশন অফ দ্যাট কোয়েশ্চেন. Question number 28. The level of teaching in which the learner can identify the problem, define it, and try to solve it by using critical and creative abilities is A. memory level of teaching, B. understanding level of teaching, C. reflective level of teaching, and C. preactive level of teaching. The correct option is C. reflective level of teaching, because reflective level of teaching that enables the students to solve the real problem of life. Okay, so the correct option is reflective level of teaching. Number 29. If a child has a mental age of 5 years and chronological age of 4 years, then IQ, we all know that IQ equal to MA by CA into 100%. Okay, into 100%. So MA means mental age is 5 years, chronological age is 4 years into 100. So if we cancel this 4 by 100, so we can get here 25. So 5 into 25 is 125. So 125 is the correct option. Option D is correct. Question number 30. Which of the following strategy is not pedagogically appropriate for learning in the constructivist approach? Encouraging learners towards multiple perspective, it's essential. Group collaboration is essential. Drill and recall and exploration through experimentation, it's also essential. Only one is option C. Here option C is the correct option. So this is all about the 30 questions from child development pedagogy. So please check all these 30 questions, and best wishes to all of you, so that all of you can cut a very good finger. Thank you very much for watching this video.